you remember that old song? Allahu Akbar, she's my baby. Allahu Akbar, I don't mean maybe. Allahu Akbar, she's my baby. Allahu Akbar, she's my baby now, my baby. You remember that old?
I don't know that one.
You don't know that song? Oh man, I gotta say it's a classic. It's a song. I think originally was by Dion. That I think it was actually about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict back in the 50s. You know, because the state of Palestine, of course, is only little better part of 70 years old. Up until then, the nation of Palestine was a country where Jewish people, Muslim people, and Christian people all lived pretty much in the Holy Land together in peace.
Yeah, until it was in the 60s or early 70s?
I think it was the late 50s, early 60s when, right around the time Elvis was catching. I don't think the Beatles had beat out Elvis for...
what was it the same time as when Israel became a nation? Yeah,
it was around that time.
Yeah, I thought it was 60s,
But I mean, either way, I feel like the nation of Israel should have never existed in the first place. I've been anti-Zionism my whole life, and it's just really nice to see other people in media finally make the correct stand, and that is to stand up for the Palestinian people. So, free Palestine. Wanted to start. Oh, and welcome to When It Rains, It Pours, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Keith Ray.
I'm anonymous.
You don't want to. You're jumping ship over
Hey.
Israel.
My name's not Kim, but that shit's between them. Okay. Yeah, my name's John, and I'll stay out of that one.
Okay.
They've been fighting too long for me to get involved.
They haven't been fighting that long. This is like the misconception.
No, they've been fighting before the lines were drawn, my friend.
Well, all I'm saying is no two-state solution will ever solve the problem of an occupying force trying to keep down the rightful owners of land. The people whose home it is. All the people that were alive when it was Palestine are dead now. Yeah, you saw to that, didn't you? I don't know.
Did you leave this window open?
No, I didn't leave it open. Is that duck going nuts out there? The ducks just had a couple of ducklings. There's about 6 or 7 of those crawling around outside.
It's geese, isn't it?
Well, there's geese, but there's also ducks. There's mallards. Oh yeah, we got a lot of amphibious. What's the word for birds?
What?
I don't know. There's
You
another
lost me.
amphibious birds, I guess, but there's another word for birds I was trying to use that I probably would have used if I had
Osprey?
Yeah, amphibious offspray. Well, fine, John. We'll just stay out of it. We just won't. Man. We won't have here at When It Rains, It Pours. There is no official stance on the Palestinian-Israeli conflict, I guess. Even though that song is pretty fucking catchy,
Yeah, I'll stay on in the middle of the fence on that one.
You're riding the fence.
I'll be
this is a with us or against us situation, John. Or with them or against them, because I mean, frankly, I've never had any interest in visiting the Middle East.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, birthplace of civilization. Well, is it even really civilization until it's Europe, Western Europe? In fact, I'm going to go ahead and insult all of Eastern Europe as well.
I don't know, like Abu Dhabi or Dubai looks pretty cool, but
they're just Jack and Tokyo swag.
I'd be afraid that I wouldn't come back for some reason.
Yeah, I've heard the Mediterranean is a lovely place to swim in it. You could go to Greece and do that too. Shout out to Greece, because Greece.
What's that? UAE isn't in the Mediterranean.
Oh well, I was thinking of Palestine and the sea that they're on.
I wouldn't want to ever visit Palestine or Israel, to be honest.
Just more of like you like a place where there's more pork readily available to eat.
I just like places with less machine guns.
Yeah, in general.
Might as well just go to Texas and visit Dad if I want to see all this machinery.
Well, things have been.
You might as well go to the middle of nowhere in Mexico. You're either catching cartels or federales.
Yeah, I always wondered this.
Palestinians.
Like, how, like, if in Mexico, if you get arrested, you can just pay the police officer and then they'll leave you alone and, like, you don't have to go to jail or anything like that. I wonder if also in Mexico, if you just kill the police officer, then you also probably can just walk away from that, too.
I will only go to places that I know the bad things that I might do, to the extent that I would do them here. If I do them there, I'm still coming home.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not trying to catch the old Midnight Express
out
of town.
Not trying to get caned because I got cannabinoids in my system from when I wasn't even in their country or some shit like that.
Like you got remnants left over from that flaming hot Cheetos bag I gave you. Which, talk about a ridiculous snack to put weed in. Flaming hot Cheetos.
It might be a deterrent from overdoing it, I guess. They're like, they're triple extra hot. They won't eat it but more than one or two.
I don't know if they're actually triple extra hot or if they just put 3 X's at the beginning of the word extra.
Because like porno chips or something. Triple X.
They are adults only.
Triple X Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos. They pretty explicit about keeping it away from children. But speaking of people that should be kept away from children, how about this broad down in Florida, dude? It's a weird story to me. A 43-year-old woman.
It's a pretty crazy story.
What was her name?
Jessica Good.
Jessica Good, and she is pretty good. She'll be good to you. Basically, what Jessica did was she went out and got shit-faced drunk with a good friend of hers, and then went and crashed a kid's birthday party.
Yeah, it's a 17-year-old. It's a high school party, so
yeah,
15 to 18, whatever.
It was pretty much the age range of the people that went to the party.
Well, for the most part. We can get into that later, but yeah, this shit is crazy. Like, first it comes out that she had sexual activity with a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, she got fucked by him on the love seat.
Well, according to him, he woke up after being passed out drunk. Woke up and she was riding him, raping him.
Oh my God.
And she was so big that he couldn't get her off of him.
Yeah, see, this is not one of those cases, ladies and gentlemen, where, like, the hot teacher keeps you after class. This is a big old fucking big gulp swilling baby on her hip Florida bitch fucking some dude in his sleep.
So what she says is she was passed out and woke up and he was diddling her from behind. A little digit play.
Oh, okay.
So
a 17-year-old boy has the confidence to try and finger a grown woman from the back?
Apparently so, according to her. But here's the wash. Neither one of their stories match the story of the witness.
Yeah, I heard
The
that
witness. The witness claims to have woken up in the same room and witnessed what the witness witnessed was the two of them having consensual sex, and sex in which if he wanted to stop, he could at any time. Sex where he finished or didn't finish and left and went in the bathroom and then came out and then diddled her from behind, as she said. So part of her story was true.
So after he got done fucking her to completion, he went and washed his dick and then came back and fingered her some more.
Yeah, then he's going to have to go back to the bathroom and wash his hand because he's getting the cream pie.
Yeah, that's true. He's
This
gonna be,
kid's
he's gonna be
definitely not experienced, but so I guess, as they say, she's the cool mom. But no, but the most, I don't know if it's the funniest part of the story or the saddest part of the story, and also the best evidence that we should build a wall in between here and Florida.
Okay.
Or just probably bomb it.
Just carpet bomb Florida.
The witness of the incident was a 12-year-old little girl.
And I want to say, to further your point about Florida, this 12-year-old girl was knew what consensual sex looked like and was asleep on a beanbag chair. That's a sentence. This particular 12-year-old knew what consensual sex looked like and was asleep.
Passed out earlier in the night on the beanbag.
They did say passed out too, to imply like the 12-year-old was drunk too. Like everybody was just getting hammered.
Yeah, the 12-year-old has to sleep on the beanbag chair because all her brothers and sisters' friends are fucking in the other beds.
Yeah. Well, she claimed that she was blacked out. Jessica Good, the 43-year-old child rapist, claimed that she was blacked out drunk during the entire sexual encounter, which makes me wonder, which poses the question, if this 17-year-old was raping this 43-year-old, doesn't that cancel out the 43-year-old raping the 17-year-old? You know what I mean?
The 43-year-old automatically gets statutory rape.
Well, but that's not if she's being raped by the 17-year-old. She said she was blacked out drunk. She accused this boy of raping her. I mean, by anybody's definition of rape or date rape, fucking somebody who's blacked out drunk is just that.
No consent.
So,
well, the 12-year-old said it was consent, and obviously the 12-year-old is the most experienced at the party because of Florida.
I mean, yeah.
It's because of Florida.
Yeah, because of Florida. It makes you feel proud to be from a less garbage part of the world. Like, I've never been one of those people that's like a nationalist or any kind of, like, I don't really believe in pride. Like, it's just not a good thing to have. You shouldn't be proud of much. Like, if there are a couple things people can be proud of, and good for you, but like if you have a pride over like, oh, I was born here, good for you, dipshit. Like, I was born there. How about that?
Yeah, no. There's bad people everywhere. This is just a crazy-ass story, though.
Yeah. But I'll tell you, it's one of those ones where you're like, yeah, build the wall across the Florida borders. But also, like,
if you saw this story and didn't know,
can we still go there? Like, we can still go to Mexico, so we can still go to Florida, right? Like,
if you saw this story and didn't know where it happened, Florida,
know.
Florida would be the 4-1 favorite. Like,
Oh, easily.
it's 4-1, and like Texas is like 10-1. Alabama is like 11-1.
Louisiana, oddly enough, only 5-1.
I wouldn't even be a story in Louisiana.
Well, no, the local constable would have just come around and shot everybody, and then no story.
Or just said, "Can I get in on that?"
Can I get in on some of that action? I'm
Yeah,
looking
what
for
was
a
the
hookup.
one constable down there going door to door.
Oh man, it's just crazy. I love stories like this because I was at parties like that when I was in high school. I actually
With 12-year-old girls in the room?
no, not 12-year-olds, but like 13, 14, 15, 16. Like that's the thing is I only went to high school. I only graduated with like 42 people. So like if you were in high school, you could go to the high school parties. So like but like one time I passed out drunk off of Everclear and Mountain Dew. We were making this drink called the Machine where you mix Everclear and Mountain Dew and then you put a bunch of Sweet and Low in it. So you can't taste the alcohol at all. And so it was an early night. But I remember before I had passed out, like the girls were all on the floor having like a making out with each other competition, while all the dudes either stood or sat around kind of chanting and cheering them on. And then I wake up and some girl's blowing me. And I got to say, I did not consent to that blowjob when it began.
I know.
But I consented to that blowjob from the moment I woke up until I came.
You didn't say,
"Yeah, get off! Yeah, get off of me!" I was just like, "This is great." Okay. And if it had been the mother of the kid whose house I was staying at, that would have been twice as good.
You could still probably Me Too her now after all these years.
I don't think she ever made anything of herself, you know? I'm pretty sure she works at like
a whatever
Citgo or oh yeah, I'm going to have your laminated name tag
canceled from the gas station, bitch.
Yeah. No more 40 on pump 5 for you, ho. Fucking rapist ass ho. Oh, but this is not related to rape or getting blown while you're asleep, but Crocodile Dundee had to go be a dick. What was that about, man?
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
Well, apparently he was reminding all the homeless people that are living on his front lawn that this is his house, and that makes him an asshole.
This isn't your house. This is my house. No, I'm with Crocodile Dundee on
yeah,
this.
He's fucking 81 years old, too. Like, people in Australia are like, you forgot your roots.
You got a $3.5 million mansion, dude. You don't want a bunch of homeless people trying to sleep on your stoop.
Yeah, I get that 100%.
But, oh no, here's the thing. Dundee, get out of Venice, bro. Go to Malibu. Go to fucking Beverly Hills. Fucking... What's the other? Calabasas.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever been to the residential area of Venice.
Has always had a little bit of trashiness to it.
Oh, yeah. And also, like, the $3.4 million or 4.1, I heard it a couple different ways, $1 million home in Venice is like, you have a way bigger house. Let's just put it that way. You have a way bigger house on a way bigger piece of land.
Definitely bigger land for sure.
You do. And you were not in Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2. And I think there was a third one.
Yeah, but he's got other properties, I'm sure.
I'm just saying, well, that's the one he's going to make the stand on.
Plus, he hasn't really done a whole lot since
just saying,
Dundee.
Like, you could get, if he just went to Sherman Oaks,
and he
could get a way nicer house than that one.
That's what I mean. He could go to the valley and have less homeless problem, but it's starting to creep out there too.
Really? Oh man, the only thing that could make the valley worse would be if people were camping like they are in coastal and LA proper. Like there, if you added that level of homelessness
That's
to
my
the valley,
point. That's my point, though. Is,
it would ruin the valley, and the valley is already garbage.
Look, Mick. There's plenty of other places you could move other than Venice, dude. Like, why do you gotta be on? I mean,
somebody was like, "Give them
fucking
food."
Dogtown.
And it's like, have you ever met an LA homeless person before?
Huntington
They don't
Beach.
want your fucking food. Those fucking spit AIDS at you if you offer them food. They want money so they can buy crystal methamphetamine. You
Doing
fucking
it while
dipshit.
while he's writing the note too. He's got a mask on,
Yeah, I would.
some New Balance sneakers, and some jeans, just looking like an old man.
Yeah, that's what I took away
Using
from
a red pen too, a red Sharpie.
That's what I took away from this whole thing is fucking Crocodile Dundee lives pretty fucking modest for somebody who was a superstar in the movies.
Dude, he grew up in the outback, dude.
Yeah. So all he really wants is for you to get the fuck off his lawn.
He used to
Do
go
it.
on walkabouts, dude.
Well, I don't know if any of that's
Respect.
actually true. Apparently, he was like a bridge painter in Sydney, which,
But he lived in Australia. That's hard enough.
well, I don't know.
They got
Australia's pretty
more
nice.
things to kill you than anywhere else in the world.
Yeah, that's true. Do you think?
Including Paul Hogan if he's got a big knife.
Yeah. I wonder if, see, that's the thing is like they all know not to fuck with him because he's got that big ass knife. And like all the homeless got knives too, but they're like smaller folding knives. He's got
The
a
worst
big
part about it too is people don't drive stretch limos that much anymore, and even when they do, they don't have that boomerang antenna off the back. So he's lost one of his weapons. That's probably part of why he's like more on the defensive. Like,
Yeah.
I got to keep these homeless people out because if I'm in the alley putting out my garbage, there ain't going to be a random stretch limo for me to tear the antenna off and beat them to death with it.
Oh man.
That's why he wears those baggy sweatshirts to cover up his knife, because he's always got that.
Oh, you know he's got the knife. This man would hop on top of
He still looks like you
crocodile.
wouldn't want to mess with him, though. He looks pretty scrawny, but he's wiry.
He looks like a fucking little old man who probably wants to be able to drive out of his fucking driveway and go pick up his prescriptions. Jesus Christ. Get the, like, I'm not one of those.
I won you over.
You
dude.
did,
You
you
were
did.
on the homeless side at first.
At
Now
first-
I'm like, dude, this dude just wants to live, man.
Yeah, I
Leave
really,
Mick Dundee alone.
It's not that I hate homeless people. Why would anybody do that?
This
That's
is
a
my
horrible-
house,
That's
not
a horrible way to
yours.
feel. But I do love homeowners.
This is my thing,
made-
though, too. On his note, he underlined my house, but didn't put an exclamation point after not yours.
Interesting
So he put some effort into,
emphasis.
but he didn't want to be too cock. Like, he's like, it's not yours. He wasn't like, not yours, mate. He was like, it's not yours, mate.
Yeah. Like, can I just have this? I'm a little old man. I earned the ability to come to, and because like the problem isn't people aren't literally on his stoop. They're camped out in front of the place, like they are almost all the places.
I mean, the dude's got probably
Out there.
like 3 or 4 ex-wives. Cut the dude some break. Like, he probably would like to give the house to the homeless when he dies instead of one of those grubby-handed women, but they'll probably chop it up 3 ways, 4 ways, whatever.
So we're with you, old Mick Dundee, and from there, John, I think there's really only one direction to go. Oh yeah, remember when he?
Yeah, to the oxen or whatever. Water buffalo.
Dude, I used to try and do that with dogs that would like be at the fence barking at you. Just be like see if it would work. Never
That's
worked.
why you got missing that one knuckle on that finger.
I have all my hands. I have all my fingers.
I have all my hands.
I do. I got my whole hands. Well, from there, I think we should go to the Black Beast. which I don't know if am I allowed to even say his nickname. Like that just doesn't it doesn't sound appropriate. You know
That's
what I mean?
what he goes by.
I know, and he's my hero. I love him. He's probably my favorite UFC fighter, other than
hometown hero too, Houston.
That's right, Houston's finest.
To Galveston, Houston.
Yeah, fucking Derek Lewis, man. That dude is just a big, beat ass motherfucker. He's so big and he's terrifying.
If he was homeless on Venice Beach, Paul Hogan would not be writing notes.
No, that is very true.
He would fucking kill an alligator or a crocodile, cut it up, and eat it over a fire with Derek Lewis right on the boardwalk. Like, here you go, mate. Tastes like chicken.
Fucking Derek Lewis, man. I just tell everybody how people fucked up. somebody fucked up big this
Derek
week,
Lewis
man.
is one of the top. He's like a number 1, number 2 ranked UFC heavyweight fighter.
Yeah, he's contender for the belt.
Probably second biggest knockout power behind Francis Ngannou, if not right on the same level. 1A, 1B. Actually is the last dude to beat Ngannou. But so he comes out and he's going to his car. Sees it.
Hit that.
All right.
Fan was getting a little out of control.
All right, we're back. So Derek Lewis is like shopping, doing whatever. He's coming out to his car. Notice somebody trying to break into his car or carjack him. So he just knocks the dude out. Calls the cops.
He just straight knocked him out.
Yeah.
Dropped him.
I know he at least probably hit him at least once. And once from him, it's night for fucking pro fighters. It's definitely night for carjackers.
Yeah, man. And it's like, just to try and carjack anybody that is as big and both just, he's like 6'5", 300 pounds.
He's not quite 6'5". He's probably like 6'3", 265.
6'3", 265. He's a monster.
I mean, when he fights, the highest he can weigh is 265, but he probably cuts weight to make it.
Yeah. And the dude is just an absolute
I mean, he's not like
monster.
super ripped, but he's not like fat either. He's just solid.
Yeah, he's not Roy Nelson
Just
and
jacked.
he's not Silva, but you know, he's meaty.
Which Silva?
Anderson Silva was wiry, thin guy.
Oh, no.
But tall.
No, I'm saying like Francis Ngannou's the champ. He's just like pure all muscle, jacked to the gills.
Yeah, looks
Derek
like
Lewis just looks like a regular dude, but he's super big.
yeah, and he just is a beat ass dude, and but I wouldn't want to fuck with anybody that even remotely looked like Derek Lewis. Like if you got any of his dimensions at all, I'm gone.
I take it that the carjacker didn't know who he was trying to steal a car from.
Oh my. Yeah, he fucked up.
Because it wasn't like he was in the car and he tried to carjack him. He was just trying to steal the car.
But, you know, when this guy gets out of prison, he could probably do, like, meet and greets. Like, hey, I was the guy that Derek Lewis knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. It's a good thing, though, that I have to register my hands as lethal weapons is all a crock of shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Derek Lewis would definitely be one that would have to register. He is a beast.
Who was it that started that whole register your hands as lethal weapons thing?
Oh, just like karate people and shit like that.
I was going to say...
Taekwondo people.
I know that's the premise for
kickboxing.
Con Air.
Oh, that was because he was like special forces.
Yeah.
All that shit's bullshit. You don't have to do that shit.
But you do have to give your fingerprints to the state of Indiana if you want a concealed carry license. I'm not saying that I necessarily did that, but come and get it, motherfuckers. No, I just found that out this week because our baby brother went to go get his concealed carry, and he took his girlfriend with him so she could have hers. So they'd just both be registered, and I was like, well, why is she gonna carry it? And he's like, well, no, what if I leave it in the car and she takes the car for a drive and it's in there? I wouldn't want her to get in trouble for it. And I was like, yeah, well, you might. And he was like, so she's gonna get one, but she's never shot a gun before. And I was like, yeah, you probably want to.
Well, even if he just went in the store and she was waiting in the car and it was in there.
Yeah, well, you might want to teach her how to shoot the thing, too. That's just probably a good idea.
Or if you're going to carry it, don't leave it in the car.
Yeah, why are you leaving? As soon as you get the right to carry it wherever you want, you're like, let me stash this in the glove box.
Leave it laying around instead.
It just didn't sound like a good idea. Shout out to Gil, the Dreadhead brother. He'll be back on an episode here shortly. I want to have him on to talk about his buying a house, buying a gun, all the things he's done well before his older brother, me. This older brother, anyway. He beat me on both of those. So, you want to talk about the mayor?
Yeah.
Shout out to The Rock.
I just did that last week.
Did we shout out The Rock last week? Oh yeah,
yeah.
But no, this is
Pacific
The Rock.
Islander.
This is The Rock, Rochester, New York.
Oh.
Shout out to there. Gerard Gordon. The homie's back in The Rock right now, I believe.
Never been there. Heard it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a buck-ass town. And great food, dude. Hamburgers and hot dogs on plates full of fries and macaroni.
Yeah, it's definitely your style of food.
Yeah.
Late night, 2,500 calories, probably more.
But they don't do mac and cheese. They do mac salad.
Macaroni salad, yeah.
With the French fries, like a yin-yang on the plate, then slap a chili dog on top of it, no bun.
Yeah, Rover, he's had affiliates there for a while, so I know all that stuff. The garbage plates.
Fuck yeah, dude. Call me the garbage man.
Some kind of special like mustard or sauce or something. Meat sauce or something.
Yeah, I think it's like chili.
Yeah. Just a fucking plate full of fucking carbs and then cover it with. Well, and protein, because you can get the burger or the dogs.
I'll just get them both. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Hit me with the burger and the
figured.
dog. Hit me with the burger and the dog, I don't want to be hungry when I'm done. I want to come back for seconds.
I'm trying to get some rest. Need to get to sleep tonight. Fill me up 2 plates of mush.
I like food that is good mixed together. You know what I mean? Because it's all going to the same place, and when food is not good mixed together, I would prefer to have like a jailhouse or high school cafeteria tray. Because there's some foods where I just don't want that shit touching each other. Like, get me some separate containers for the shit,
That's crazy.
So what the fuck did this mayor lady do?
Lovely Warren. She's in a Democratic race right now. Somebody's opposing her, even though she's incumbent. But so her husband just got busted among 7 other people in like a drug, firearm investigation. And apparently the house that was raided actually belongs to her, but she doesn't live there. The husband's been living there, but they've been separated.
Oh, okay.
So apparently she lives way out in the suburbs, which is interesting when you're the mayor.
Yeah, so she doesn't even live in
the mayor
Rochester.
actually lives in their city, but...
so she's basically married to this guy so she can be mayor. Because they've been separated for years, it said.
Yeah, apparently. But, I mean, she's been the mayor for a while, but Timothy Granison is the husband. But I guess this investigation's been going on for 7 months. Of course, the mayor says, well, this is just an attempt to sully my name during this race,
Oh, okay.
election race.
Making it about the husband.
Yeah.
Or making it about herself, like, hey, this has nothing to do with me.
Oh, yeah. If you're the mayor, you ought to know if this type of shit's going on in your fucking house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
maybe
they've been doing the investigation for 7 months. It's not like they just started it.
Well, I don't think you usually just
But-
get out of bed
and
one
then,
day and
like,
become a
her
drug
husband-
dealer and gun runner.
Well, her husband, too, also had previous charges, and I think in, like, the late 90s or something, being a getaway driver in a jewelry store robbery or some shit.
Oh, okay.
All this crazy shit, but, I don't know, it's just, you can't really blame it on the law enforcement, because they weren't investigating the husband, is what they say.
They just happened to bust him.
They ended up busting him because he was involved with the people they were investigating. So they don't know, nobody knows how deep he was in it. Like, apparently he had, like, I think a little over an ounce on him.
An ounce of what?
And coke. And the total bust was like a bunch of firearms and like 4.5 pounds or something. Probably total through all the 7 people.
Oh, shit. That's
So
just a couple keys.
So it's not like they're like kingpins, but they're doing a lot of illegal shit. So,
Yeah, no, they're doing their best. Doing the best they can.
I mean, the dude, if he's a partier,
An ounce
having
is...
an ounce isn't a big deal if he's throwing it around. I mean, I would never have that much, but
Yeah, you can throw it around pretty good with
not
a
married
quarter.
to the mayor.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, yeah, it's just crazy.
I would never buy an ounce just to throw it around, but then again, I've never been married to the mayor.
Yeah, like, it's not. But my point is it's not like an outrageous amount. Like he's some big time dealer.
Yeah,
Even the whole total amount is, I mean, it's a good amount. It's enough to get some charges for sure, but it's not like they found like 20 fucking kilos or 40 kilos or something.
yeah, it's not cartel level shit. It's
yeah,
like
they're low level dealers, and he probably gets a good deal from them because he's in with the mayor, and I don't know.
Well, I just, don't act like you never sniffed no coke, lovely. Okay.
Yeah, she has to have known something.
If your fucking husband buys it by the ounce, I'm pretty sure you took
in your house.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you took a whiff once in a while. Have a whiff, have
Well,
a
I'm
whiff, have
just,
a whiff on
she
me.
would have at least known about it. Him doing it, even if she didn't.
Exactly. I mean, he's out there in the garage. He's got Mungo Jerry blasting. Fucking, you hear him going all the time. Not even like while he's in the garage. He's just always kind of clearing his. You can tell when somebody's a pretty frequent coke user, just by the fact that they have allergies when there's no reason to have any allergies. It's like my allergies are acting up, and it's like, dude, it's fucking dead of winter. You should have said you have a cold.
There's no pollen.
Yeah,
anywhere.
All the leaves are gone, and the sky is gray. Yeah, man, it's been a crazy week for politics. You know, we saw old Papa Joe actually ask the Israeli government to not kill so many Palestinian people, something that an American governor or an American president has never asked of the state of Israel before. I mean, it's a big win. Like, hey, can you not kill so many people? First time.
Well,
first time for everything.
Who
you know,
would have figured they get a Democrat in, but he's still a staunch fucking Catholic.
Yeah, supporter of it. Well, I mean, he's not like withdrawing American support of Israel or anything like that. He's just like, hey, knock it off. You know, so major strides being made there, but also we found out
Tony Soprano had his friend. What was his name?
Oh, Herman. Hesh. Yeah, Hesh.
Herman.
Yeah, Herman.
Yeah.
Basically, we did find out that there was voter fraud in the 2020 election. I mean, this is big. This is huge news.
Yeah.
They've been talking about voter fraud in the 2020 election since before the 2020 election. I mean,
I think with this news, we might be able to finally put a nail in that coffin.
Well, John, if you want to go ahead and explain what happened.
Yeah, Barry Morphew.
Gotta love that name. It's like almost morphine, but it's like.
Yeah, it's a Colorado guy. Apparently, his wife had gone missing, Suzanne, and she's been missing for more than a year. So, I think he's kind of maybe been a suspect, but they can't really pin anything on him. Apparently, she was riding her bike or something, and a neighbor found her bike and her stuff was,
thrown about
on the ground. She wasn't nowhere to be found. So,
well, you know how some people go off on a bike ride and then they're just like, I'm gonna throw my bike down and leave my life here.
Yeah, May 10th, 2020 was when she first went missing. A neighbor called 911. So
I'm not saying a woman will never leave you on a bicycle. I'm just saying they don't throw their bicycle away.
She's 49. Barry was 53. So anyway, they finally found a way to get Barry in a little hot water.
Oh.
So it turns out that they both received absentee ballots, and they both voted for Donald Trump, even though she was still reportedly missing at the time.
So we have finally found evidence of voter fraud in the 2020 election.
So Trump really did lose.
He really did lose, because apparently the only evidence that there was voter fraud in the 2020 election is the admitted to, because he admitted that he cast the ballot for her. He admitted to voter fraud committed by this wife murderer, Barry Morphew.
Stupid. If he just maintained that he didn't fill out the absentee ballot, he could use that as more evidence that he didn't kill her, because
she would be alive.
She came back just to get the ballot because she really wanted Trump that bad. I wish she would have said hello. I would have made a pot roast.
Yeah. Well, it's not like he changed the locks.
Dude,
it's not
deny.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, Barry.
That's what Trump
would have told
you. Is just keep lying. Why do you finally they've been trying to get you for killing your wife for over a year, and you just copped to you filled out a piece of paper.
Once you kill your wife, is it still really that important to you whether Donald Trump wins or not?
That's another another factor. Like,
he really was a Trumper.
he really
Like,
did support Donald Trump
like,
for president. He was like,
my wife doesn't need me anymore. But you know who does? Donald J. He needs me, and he needs her. And she would have wanted it this way.
yeah. I remember as I was choking the life out of her,
She was
and
like,
her eyes began to glaze over.
my ballot, please. I can't
Don't let Biden
die knowing that Biden will win.
I know that we're speculating that she was strangled to death. That particular
Could have been
detail.
blunt force object to the head.
Yeah,
in
and she's like,
which case she wouldn't even have the last word.
she's like
probably.
she's like twitching out, and she's like, vote
She
straight
might
Republican.
write it in the dirt, like she can maybe like draw like a fucking elephant or something.
She just writes Trump and then a square
T-R
and then checks it.
No, it's T-R-E.
Oh man! So I'm glad we finally closed the book on that. You know, there was voter fraud, and it was actually to Trump's benefit. So, wow, that's crazy. It's almost like people who would sign their name next to somebody's name who was a lying, cheating, thieving, narcissistic piece of shit. Don't mind breaking the rules.
Well, hopefully,
Whether that rule be
hopefully
one
after
person, one vote, or
Hopefully, after
don't kill your wife.
this new evidence, everybody will finally accept Joe Biden as their president.
as I certainly do. You know,
Hopefully, they solve that woman's murder.
yeah, I don't really care about that. She was a Trump supporter. Glad she's
According
dead.
According to him.
Yeah, but he's probably a pretty honest guy. You know, I mean, he copped maybe not. Homicidal maniacs sometimes are rather truthful, though. You never know.
What's a good way to get yourself off the case?
And by the way, John,
Get locked
Dad,
up.
you might not wanted to co-sign my Ho Chi Minh last week, but Dad co-signed it on the phone this afternoon. He called me up, I called him, and we were talking. He's like, "Oh, I finally saw last week's episode, yeah, Ho Chi Minh was a good one."
I always root for the home team. You might as well nominate Mao.
No, see, that's the common misconception, is that like all fucking communist leaders were like Laurent the Beria, you know, like some kind of fucking awful hatchet man of the people. But frankly, Ho Chi Minh wasn't really one of those guys. He's not Pol Pot. He's not Mao. He's not Stalin. He was his own dude, and
I like the guy in the Philippines now. That motherfucker.
I like him better than Gandhi, because at least he wasn't like, "Oh, I just sit here hungry and
What's the
fuck
dude
little
from
girls."
the Philippines name now?
Oh, the dude that's in the current leader of the Philippines. You like
that boy
that guy?
crazy. Yeah.
No, that guy's too much.
He's nuts.
I would rather. And I've always heard that the Philippines is great. You know, our cousins.
You know what I heard
all
though?
gone there.
You know why he's so crazy?
Why?
He's got CTE.
Oh, from playing football.
No, from playing too much pool. Balls get knocked up and hit him in the head because they got so much, such shitty tables.
Is that true?
Yeah, they love playing pool over there.
Well, I believe that, but you're CTE from fucking pool balls hitting you in the face.
They haven't had new felt since the Americans were there putting them in.
Oh my God, John. I don't know if that. I don't want to. I'm not co-signing that. I'm not saying. I bet you.
Hey,
and
the
we
GIs brought more than their seed. They brought pool.
You're gonna have to. we should all mail a piece of felt to the Philippines.
They got one. What's her name? Susie Struthers. She does that too.
Sally Struthers.
Sally Struthers. Yeah, she does the hungry people over in Africa, and then she does a penny a day. You buy
Buy
a square of felt
Buy a square of felt and send it
for some Filipino boy.
Oh my God, John. This has gotten completely ridiculous. I was over here trying to talk about Anarcho-Syndicalism, which I don't know if you're familiar with this term. It means somebody who kills their wife. But there's also been a great example, probably the finest example of matricide or matricidal behavior. For these stories to both break in the same week, it's crazy. Man kills his wife in Colorado and votes for Donald Trump. Duh, no brainer. Woman kills her husband in Russia, Trump's favorite place, with her big fat ass. I've been looking forward to talking about this because what a way to go. You know?
Well, it's not the same way you would think.
Oh, what do you mean? She wasn't like bare-assed sitting on
Tatiana,
his face?
No. His face was in the bed, and she was sitting on the top of his head as punishment for him drinking too much and getting ornery. And she was drinking too at the time.
Yeah. Hey,
and she's definitely as big, if not bigger than... I mean, she's shorter than him, but she's...
How... Does she look like Jessica Good?
Her Tatianas outweigh his belly. We'll put it that way. She's a big lady. 224 is what it says she weighs, but that might be.
So she's riding that Jessica.
That might be
Good.
kilos or stones.
I don't think it's 20.
It's not stones, but it might be kilos.
Jesus Christ!
Take a look.
This dude gets hammered and she's drunk with him, but she's like
good enough to make you feel good about yourself.
Hell yeah, dude! I'll tell you right now. I bet you got a face-sitting ass. You know what I'm saying? It's just too bad. Like, what the fuck is that? You're gonna sit on your husband's face, or on his head. You sit on the face, not the back of the head.
She was punishing him.
But that's who?
She said it was an accident. That's the dumbest
thing I've ever heard. I've never heard of any married couple being like, he fucked up, so I'm punishing him. Have you ever heard of a married person, or even just a person dating, say that they punished
even the daughter saw it happening and ran to seek help from the neighbors in the Russian city of Novokuznetsk. Stay tuned. That's pretty good.
That's where they're opening
That's close. They're
opening a new campus for Trump University in Novokuznetsk.
Yeah, they're good. You did
eating
that.
Cold ass potato soup.
They got garbage plates, dude.
If they have got garbage plates in Russia, I'll go to Russia.
According to their bodies from that picture, they got garbage plates.
Yeah, I thought everybody in Russia was like starving and eating fish out of a can.
They aren't starving for shit.
No. And it's nuts to me, just the concept that you would punish your spouse for doing anything. Like, have a conversation with them, leave them if you must, but you don't get to eke out punishments, period. Whether you're man, woman, gay, straight, bi, whatever.
A female neighbor arrived and decided the couple were in the midst of a domestic dispute and decided to stay out of it. My type of girl.
Yeah. That's what, I mean, I would have stayed out of it too, because clearly it's none of your goddamn business.
My name's Paul, and that shit's between y'all.
I just love that, in 1 week we were able to find out about a great word like Anarcho-Syndicalism, and then later this week I learned matricide.
Matricide's well known. You should have known matricide before.
Well, I mean, it's cool though because it happened on a mattress. So
matricide.
Matricide, yeah.
Okay.
It was matricide on a mattress. Matricide. But I also learned my new favorite word. It's
What's
really
this
cool.
Anarcho-Syndicalism?
Anarcho-Syndicalism is killing your wife. Yeah. I don't know. It'd be fine. It would be hard to find an ux to kill your wife on, or an uxer.
I thought that was called a moment of clarity.
All right, John. And this has been John's pretend misogyny for the week.
Just kidding. Of course.
But no, I learned, and it's crazy. I wanted to look up those words for this like spousal side shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's like
because I found out this new
that's
cool
like
word.
that's like all these new pronouns. Like it's just a new type of side. Like
That's true. I mean, it all is just side.
exoricide is like the zen of pronouns. Like it's not needed.
But my new favorite one, which I would say is like the T-girl of sides, is tyrannicide. So, like, if you were to kill Donald Trump or Vladimir Putin or any local law enforcement officer, you know, you'd be participating in tyrannicide, which is the assassination of a tyrant or a tyrannical figure in your life, somebody who imposes their will upon you. So I learned, I've been listening to these really cool Noam Chomsky lectures on YouTube, and I've learned all about Anarcho-Syndicalism, which is like leftist anarchy that developed in eastern Massachusetts and other parts of the industrialized North prior to the Civil War, where women, mostly factory worker women, organized both on behalf of themselves as women and workers, but on behalf of male unions and also unions for people of color, hugely participated in the abolitionist movement and the Underground Railroad. These women were hard-ass, gun-toting, working-class women who believed tyrannicide was a very important part of the liberation of people. So they advocated for assassination of political figures all over the world.
Two things.
Yeah.
I would kind of want to check out that new Underground Railroad show.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I can't remember
Looks good.
what it's on, but I know I got it.
We got the streamer for it. I saw the preview the other day.
I'm going to definitely check it out. Also, you're going to have a problem with this tyrannicide concept.
What's the problem?
People aren't going to get past the dinosaur shit.
The Tyrannicide Rex.
Tyrannosaurus is all people are going to think, no matter what.
Yeah. They can't just...
You're going to be like, Godzilla? Why you want to fuck with fucking Jurassic Park, bro?
That's why you just got to say, hey, go kill that motherfucker, because you got to dumb it down for the masses.
Can't all this side shit in. They're
exactly.
Like,
that's really been the
kill
problem.
People with short arms?
Yeah, don't say anarcho-syndicalism. Say freedom. Say more money for your job that you do every day anyway. Say, oh man, so it's almost like these cunts ruined anarchy.
Showing off.
Just showing off.
Hipsters. I was into all different kinds of sides before it was the cool thing to do, man.
Yeah.
I was into craft work before African Bombada, bro.
They were the hipsters of anarchy.
I liked the early stuff, man.
I wasn't racist before the Civil War. Oh, man. Well,
of course.
what are you going to do? Allahu Akbar.
I bet shalom or some kind of shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom. I don't know. We represent all sides. We're equal opportunity.